No further questions, right?
Dom's obviously got a big week ahead, big time ahead. What's the main priority in terms of bringing players in? You've already done some work so far already.
Well, we have, yes. Look, the main priority in players in will be Oscar Allen.
Yep.
And then outside of that, we won't do a great deal in terms of players in. Our main focus will be retention.
And in regard to the early picks as well, you probably need to get a few locked away if you can.
Oh, we do, but we do, but we've got some options there, so we'll figure our way through that. We've danced that dance before, so it's a much more difficult system now, and there's a lot more competition for those selections as well. So that'll be more challenging, but we'll deal with what's in front of us.
Lever says he doesn't sleep with numbers. Are you the same in terms of draft numbers?
I do feel like that guy from The Hangover with the numbers just sort of through the.
And with Oscar, is that likely to be done? That's all done pretty soon.
Oh, look, West Coast have expressed an interest in obviously trade for Brandon Stars, which you didn't ask me about.
Yeah.
And we're happy to talk about that, see how that goes, and then figure out that.
So it's more likely to be a trade in that sense?
With Brandon, yes.
Yeah.
What's fair value for Brandon, do you think?
That's a good question. We'll know it when we hear it.
What's your ballpark at the moment?
Something very, very good.
So where does Oscar Allen fit into that then, Dom? Is there potential that those two will be the trade, or is it just sort of getting the...
Oh, look, we're open to all possibilities at the moment. I don't think it'll be a trade directly between the two of those. But I think with regards to West Coast, their considerations are around their compensation pick, probably more so than us.
Okay, so that's not something you're interested in as far as Starcevich for that end of first round pick?
Oh, we'll talk to West Coast about that in the next couple of days.
How far did things get along with Jordan Ridley?
Not very far.
You met with him?
We spoke to him, but he was very keen to stay at Essendon, and we were entirely respectful of that.
Is that an area that you're now trying to address, given you're obviously in the market for another key defender?
Oh, look, we will, but there's no urgency in this trade period, we don't think.
Dom, what's Kalachi worth in the trade?
A bit similar to Brandon. We'll know good value when we hear it. But look, he's a really versatile player. He's been at our club for 6 years. He's a great young man, and we value him really highly. We've offered him a very significant offer. He's elected to explore his options. We'll just see how it plays out.
So because of that, you expect a strong return?
Absolutely.
Where does Zach Bailey's contract sit on your list of priorities? Do you look to extend him before he gets to free agency?
High, very high.
How far into that process are you?
We've started talks, and look, we'll look to progress them. As I said, retention's our main aim.
Has there been an indication from Zach that he wants to get that done pretty quickly, or may that drag on?
Zach typically does his contract conversations between seasons, so now is the time we'll talk about that.
Is Zach the next $2 million man? Dom?
I hope not.
What do you think of the people who say philosophically your cap management's been exceptional, but to be bringing two players on reasonable money and obviously young kid as well, what's the challenges there in the AFL system, or is it just you've done a brilliant job?
Oh no, look, it's very difficult, and we're going to be losing players, and we have lost players. We lost Dan McStay, we lost Joe Danaher, Brandon and Cal are looking elsewhere at the moment. So whilst there's some players that come in, there's plenty that go out as well. So that all balances it, and it's challenging.
Were you surprised when Oscar McInerney retired the other day, or did you see it coming?
Oh, look, to an extent, he's probably the most loved man that I've ever encountered. He's an absolute superstar, selfless, gives himself to the team, and we're just so happy that he was able to go out in the way that he did.
Does it change, and obviously Sam Draper with his injury and the like, does it change what you do, even potentially draft-wise in there?
Oh, look, not necessarily. I mean, I think there's going to be some more flexibility with regards to 5 on the bench and all that sort of stuff. We've got quite a good squad with regards to that. We've got some options in there. Henry Smith, we really rate. So, look, we think we're pretty well set there.
How big an impact has your medical staff had, I guess, in recruiting? People always talk about how injured players come to Brisbane. How involved in those discussions?
Oh, they're very involved, and we're really proud of our medical guys and our high-performance guys. They've been a really stable group for a long time, and we just think they do a fantastic job, and we couldn't be happier with them.